Hey everybody, it's Coach Edwards, lacrossegoalietips.com and lacrossegoalieuniversity.com, and I got a question this week from Lauren, and Lauren's emailed me a couple times, which I think is pretty cool. If you've emailed me once, don't feel like you can't email me again. I always love getting questions, and I do spend a lot of time emailing people back, especially our Lacrosse Goalie University members, where we do goalie critiques almost every week for some of our diamond members, and for our platinum members, they get one once a month. If you need something like that, you let me know. Check out our coaching tab on the website. But check this out. So it's Lauren from Long Island. I just started preseason practices, and I want to work on my clearing. I forget what my shaft is, but my head is an Eclipse, and I have hard mesh. I'm not sure what type of string would be the best for distance and accuracy. At the same time, I also don't want balls bouncing out of my stick. Here's some pictures of my stick. I hope you can email me back and inform me on what to do. I'm trying really hard to make my high school's varsity team. I'm a smaller person, so I use a shallow pocket for an easier clear, but the ball bounces out when I go for a save. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to shift over to my desktop in a minute. All right, so don't go away right just yet. I'm going to shift to my desktop, and we're going to go over the pictures that she sent me, which is pretty cool. But first thing I want to just address a couple things. First off, so she forgets what her shaft is. Lauren, here's the deal about shafts. Buy the cheapest, lightest shaft you can buy. Okay, now she is what year is she? Sophomore? I think she's a freshman, sophomore. Sorry, I can't. No, she's a sophomore. So here's the deal. If you're serious about lacrosse goaltending, okay, I highly recommend buying a titanium shaft, hands down. They're expensive, but it'll be the last shaft you ever buy. So if you're a kid watching this and you want to try to talk your parents into this, just say, Mom, Dad, I'm never gonna have to buy another shaft. This is it. So stay away from carbon fibers and things along those lines, because they tend to get brittle and they fall apart. And that's not cool. And because I see parents spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars almost every year, whereas if they finally make the jump to a titanium shaft, that they'll have it forever. I have titanium shafts. I have first generation Warrior titanium shafts. Okay, so that's how David Morrow started Warrior, was a titanium shaft, and I still have two of them, okay? And I think actually I bought a defensive length shaft, cut them in half, and I had two shafts. So anyway, so I want to just touch on that. She's got an Eclipse head. Love the Eclipse. My favorite, the Eclipse and the Nemesis, those are my two favorite heads, all right? So hands down. And I like the Eclipse for girls better than the Nemesis for girls, because I find the Eclipse makes a little bit of a longer pocket. Okay, a longer pocket, which allows for better clearing, and I'll get into that later, okay? So, and she wants to know what type. She's got hard mesh. Great. Hard mesh, perfect. And I'm going to talk about that, I think, in next week's video, just about hard mesh and what goes on with hard mesh and soft hands. And then I want to talk about accuracy. So distance and accuracy, Lauren, here's the deal. Accuracy comes down to not your stick, but these guys, your hands. And what I mean, just your hand, it's not just your hands, it's your hands, your upper body, your whole body, from your hands to your feet, okay? Distance comes from strength, all right, and pocket. So if you have more strength, you can have a deeper pocket. If you have less strength, you need a shallower pocket, and when we look at her photos, you're gonna see just how shallow this pocket is and why she's giving up rebounds. So in terms of accuracy, Lauren, I could take your stick, and in about 2 passes, I would be just as accurate as the stick that I've used all season. All right, and again, that comes down to hands, and so the accuracy is all you. All right, the accuracy is all you. The distance is a combination of your pocket and your strength, and we're going to look at that shortly. So in terms of trying really hard to make the high school team, don't worry about it. All right, focus just on saving the ball. All right, don't focus on making the team, because you can't control the other goalies. You can't control what the coach is thinking about. You can only control your performance. So go out there every day between now and when tryouts end, and just put it all aside and focus on the ball, and you will surprise yourself if you do that. If you focus on the outcome, if you focus on just trying to make the team, you're going to have a lot of trouble, and you're going to put a little too much stress on yourself. So don't worry about that. Okay. So let's head over to Lauren's photos of her stick. And we're going to go from there. Cheers.